Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It's time for our Monday night Q&A, which is your chance to ask any questions that you have, saving money, couponing, the works, whatever you really want to ask. I'm cool with it. And it's also a time that I try to always come with a topic. So we've been in kind of getting started groceries and couponing for the last few weeks and had a ton of questions, every single one of those. So kind of wanted us to stay there one more week. And this week I just thought we would talk a lot about just individual things that you can do to really step up your grocery savings with different promotions and programs that are running. So that's the goal in terms of my topic, but y'all can, take us wherever. So if your question is off topic, I will not be upset. All you need to do is leave your question in the comments and I will see it. If I don't, my husband is in the comments and he will try to make sure I don't miss it either. So between me or him or even other folks that will answer before I even get there, we will probably get to your question tonight. So that's the easiest way to do it, is just to leave your questions in the comments and just wait for a second and I'll get there. So hello to everyone who's chiming in too. It's always great to have you guys pop in and join us. So to get started on saving money on groceries, the last few weeks we have hit on the basics, but just, do a crazy fast recap of the basics. I want to buy what's on sale, meaning I want to stick with items that are 40% off or more. That is a sale. So I don't want to just say, hey, it was in the weekly ad, let's buy it. That is not a sale. So let's pick here on Publix for a minute and let me find you a great example of that. This one, for example, it actually doesn't look like a bad price. So, oh, and I forgot, Facebook folks, to turn you guys around. So give me just a second. And I'll make it where you guys can read too, because Facebook loves to start out just assuming that nobody wants to read what you hold up. Look at that. You can magically see it now. To jump back in. So looking at this for everyone, let me make sure, YouTube folks, that you guys can see it too. It's always hard. This is the Publix ad that starts on Wednesday. We've got assorted flowers, 3 for $10. And you see this surprisingly low price right there. Guys, it's not a surprise. That's the price they always are at Publix. Assorted flowers are always 3 for $10. So it's not on sale. They just love to make you think that it's on sale. So we got to learn how to play their game and how to avoid what is or isn't a deal. And the best way to do that, we're looking for that 40% off or more. That's really our goal when we're talking sales. So, hands down, all of our BOGOs, whoops, it's hard when it's backwards to know which way I'm going. All their BOGOs are in. They're 40% off easily. They're really 50% off. We haven't even added coupons yet. So that's step one. I buy it when it's on sale. Step two of just the basics, I know we're recapping and we did this a couple weeks ago, but it's best to start at the beginning. Step two is that I see that it's on sale today. So let me grab my ad again. I see that it's on sale today, and if it's something that you love, so again, this is starting on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live, but New England ground coffee, let's say that that's just your favorite coffee, you need to realize that it is not going to be back on sale for 6 weeks, like clockwork. So I need to get enough to last me 6 weeks. Now for me, that's absolutely none. I don't drink coffee. I am an OJ girl, but for my husband, if this was his brand, I don't even know how many bags of coffee that would mean, but it would be a lot. So we're all different. We're all going to stock up for a different amount for our household. You may have 7 people drinking coffee in your house. That's, it's going to be different. But that's the other half of the equation. I see that it's a really great price. And if it's something that I want to buy enough to last 6 weeks. Now, Marnie's asking specifically about this since it's up here. So yes, this coming week, Publix does have the gas station gift card back in the ad. So anyone that's a Publix shopper, this is kind of a don't miss, because that is an easy 20% off, guys. 20% off on gas. So Marnie, you want a scenario for this? Really just remember that that $50 purchase is before coupons. So as long as I hand this coupon over first, then I'm gonna be doing great. And really, there are so many good BOGOs, Marnie. The ad's already up, so if you head to southernsavers.com/Publix, you'll see all the matchups. I don't know what all you need. All is buy one, get one. So you could go on all, you could go on paper goods. You can kind of go across the board. It looks like we're gonna have another fun Huggies pair up too. So if you did not get this week's deal on Huggies, you could go with next week's deal on Huggies. Oh, there we are. It's really hard to do, guys. So either way, it's gonna be very similar to this week's price. Not exactly the same, but very similar. That's going to get you the best one. So Dawn, I'm going to go ahead and pause and answer you right there. So shop Aldi and you get better deals. That's what Dawn says. Actually, Dawn, this upsets Aldi folks. But generally, these BOGO prices beat the Aldi price, especially when we throw in a coupon. So with coupons, we're usually going to pay $1.50 for a bag of coffee. And you are not going to get $1.50 for a bag of coffee in Aldi. We're going to get canned goods. Free, completely free. Didn't pay a dime for these. That isn't gonna happen in Aldi too. So there's a lot of deals that are definitely always better in the grocery store. Now, are there moments that you may wanna head to Aldi? For some of you, yes. There are definitely moments that you may be completely out of something, Dawn, and I cannot wait for the sale. Then by far, you know, going to Aldi, getting a house brand is going to save me over paying full price for the other items. But our goal here, to kind of go back to the basics, if I'm buying on sale and I'm buying enough to last me that 6 weeks until it's back on sale, I'm not really going to need anything. So my pantry is the grocery store. I've slowly stocked up week by week on what's on sale so that I have enough of what is on sale all the time. I never have to come back and, you know, buy it when it's not on sale. That's the goal here. So I'm jumping back and forth, trying to catch up on folks' questions. So Teresa's saying Aldi, the eggs are 47 cents. So Aldi's 2 loss leaders are milk and eggs. And they're hoping that that's enough to get you in the door Aldi-wise. Now, it isn't enough for me, because I got 14 chickens in the side yard. And the idea of buying eggs seems very silly because you don't even want to know how many dozen are actually on the computer, or sorry, in the fridge. I got too much going on my screen at the same time. So folks are saying, let's see, that the live stream is offline. Sorry, YouTube folks, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, it's back. Well, hopefully, YouTube-wise, we are going to be okay. I'm not sure what happened, but I did have to update all of our software earlier. So let's see. Oh, yeah, and it won't let me update anything while we're live. So I'm guessing, YouTube, that we made some sort of software update that's really upset the internet. So YouTube folks, if you can't stick with me, switch to Facebook because everybody seems very happy in Facebook land. Okay, I'm going to jump back. I know I've missed a lot of comments because the minute I ever talk about Aldi, I get a lot of Aldi people who just lose it. I know you guys love Aldi. I know you do. But you have to admit that at the same time, a house brand without a coupon cannot always be a better price than a national brand half price with a coupon. I mean, it's just the math on that one, guys. There are moments. I'm going to give you that one, but it isn't all the moments. And honestly, if we were to step back, let's jump back 3 decades and let's remember when Walmart came out. Because guys, our parents, they took Walmart hook, line, and sinker, or for some of you, it's you, but for me, it was my parents. And I remember living in a small little town, we went to Walmart for fun. We would stay there for hours just walking around the store. I don't know why. There was nothing to do in tiny little town, Jackson County, Florida. So this is what we did. And people really, really took it. They took it hook, line, and sinker that we were saving a ton of money in Walmart. And really, we're not there either. So I don't want you to live in that mode where you just completely think that this is the answer because we are missing out on deals in other places by just, you know, spreading out a little bit. Not saying that Aldi doesn't have some sales. They do. If you don't want to do any deal hunting or couponing, you're gonna get a decent price. The last time I did a Publix Aldi comparison, and guys, I can do one for you this week if you want, because I have a massive Aldi price book. But the last time I took the Publix ad and I compared all the BOGOs to Aldi, the price difference was about a $35 savings to buy it all in Publix. That's huge. Now, yes, that's buying one of every BOGO, and most of us don't want one of every BOGO. I'm not going to buy any of this New England coffee because I have a coffee snob in my house who would prefer other brands, and we all have that. But just to kind of give you that number, and it lit up my email, the fact that I had done that, just set the world on fire. But just so you realize, there can be other sales. So someone asked me, what's the coffee deal again? So to jump back in and show you, New England BOGO coffee, we do have some coupons for it. It comes out crazy cheap. Community coffee is on sale this week. Guys, we always have a coffee BOGO in our major grocery stores. So this may not even be your store. You may be a buy low person. You may even be an Albertsons person. I saw someone come across saying, I got my email from Albertsons. Every grocery store has at least one coffee every week that's crazy cheap, because coffee is like milk and eggs to some of you guys. It's right up there on the bread and butter category of life necessities. So it may not be New England, but I promise you, you have a coffee deal, definitely. Let's see. I want to jump back up and see, make sure I didn't miss anything. So Kristen asked, right as we jumped into Aldi mode, how many grocery stores do I shop at in a week? So Kristen, what I would recommend for most people is one. Pick one store, whatever store is the closest one to you. Everything will come on sale at the store that you pick. So I don't need to sit there and look at the Kroger list and the Publix list and the buy low list. Just whatever one makes you happier. And let's focus on that store, and then stocking up every week what's on sale. And then every week you're going to have a few things. So the have to have section, and then next week what's on sale, the have to have. For my Aldi folks, we can go to Aldi for our have to haves. But that's the gist. So it's going to take you 6 weeks to get stocked on what's on sale. So that's the basics in a nutshell. And guys, we've really already covered that one in the past 2 weeks of Facebook Lives and YouTube videos. So I want to get to other topics, but I know that the beginning ones are always hard as folks want to get started. Let's see. Is there, a coupon link. So Patty, if you go to southernsavers.com/Publix, you'll see all of those deals paired in with all of the coupons already. And no, Melody, Publix does not double. So let's jump on that one to being kind of the next mark of how do we save more in our groceries. And that first off is kind of figuring out which store in your area is the best store. And so Kristen asked, how many stores do I shop? But Kristen, to follow up, the next question that I always get is, well, what store is the best one? If you're only going to shop at one, which store should I be in? So that is a tricky one because we all live in different cities, but I can kind of rank the stores that we cover on Southern Savers and then give you ways to rank your own stores if we don't cover yours. So first off, do I have a store that doubles coupons? In the Southeast, that is Buy Low, Harris Teeter, Lowe's Foods, Ingles, and Harvey's. Harvey's is really kind of tiny, so I almost just want to act like Harvey's doesn't exist. But Buy Low, Lowe's Foods, Harris Teeter, Ingles, and Harvey's. Those are the 5 in the Southeast. But there are others outside of the Southeast. Some of you guys have Giant. There are some Albertsons and some Safeways that double. So it's just figuring out from your store their coupon policy is step 1, because I want to go to the store that's going to have the best promotions and the best coupon policy to kind of get the best bang for my buck. And doubling coupons is definitely the start, because now my 50-cent coupon is magically worth $1. And folks look at coupons and they feel like they're a waste of time. Guys, it could be $1 out of your pocket or this piece of paper. So I will gladly give you the piece of paper over the $1 out of my pocket. So coupons are definitely worth it in the end. But if I can go to a store that's going to double that value of coupon, even better. So do they double? Next question to ask your store or to find out, do they take competitor coupons? So for example, to jump back to this guy, Publix gives us the 10 off 50 in gas card coupon. I can take this to Buy Low. I don't need to use it in Publix. I can use it in Buy Low. And in Buy Low, I'm going to earn plenty points off of my gift card purchase as well. So it's actually even better for me to use this somewhere else if I have a store that's going to take a competitor coupon. So this week in Target's weekly ad, and guys, I don't get an actual Sunday paper. I just get the coupon, so I don't have the Target weekly ad with me. But right now in Target's weekly ad, there is a coupon for $10 off your next $40 purchase of household cleaning supplies. Buy Low is going to take that. Some Harris Teeters are going to take that. Lowe's Foods is going to take that. I don't have to use it in Target. So that is like step 2. Do they double is 1, and do they take competitor coupons is step 2, because that's going to be huge in deciding what store you want to be in, to know, am I really saving as much as I possibly could to be in this store? Now, Publix takes competitors too. I did not mention Target in that one because it's a rare day to find a Publix who will take a Target coupon. So just to kind of hit that one, just in case you're like armed and ready to run out the door. If you're curious as to what your store takes, you can always ask customer service. Publix, it's on a huge poster right by the buggies in most stores, like right as you walk in the door, who's a competitor for that Publix. Buy Low, it's on a big poster also either right by customer service or right as you walk in the door. So you're not going to have a hard time finding who your store views as a competitor. Okay, let's see. Trying to jump back into questions. Yeah, so Lynn's asking a question, and Lynn, it kind of got, Lynn says, I've had some Rite Aid stores reduce the value of a coupon down so that you don't get overage. I'm pretty sure the manufacturer gives Rite Aid the full value back for the coupon, so it seems a little questionable since the retailer is getting back more than they gave you at the register. So Lynn, you're right. And Rite Aid's not the only one. Target will also do that. That is part of Target's coupon policy. Walgreens will also do that. It's part of their coupon policy. Those are really the 3 biggest offenders though, Lynn. So if I go into Buy Low or Publix or most grocery stores, a great example of this is actually right now on the Publix weekly ad that ends tomorrow or Wednesday, depending on where you live. We have Whole Earth Sweetener, which is like a artificial sweetener, that is buy one, get one at $1.74 a box. And we have a $2 off coupon. So it's just free. You are making 26 cents to buy this sweetener. But what happens if the store, like Lynn is saying, reduces the value of the coupon? So Publix will not do that. You're going to just make 26 cents to buy that Whole Earth Sweetener. And again, guys, that deal ends tomorrow night for most of us, or Wednesday night if you live in Florida. But if I took that to Walgreens, Walgreens would mark that coupon to be $1.74, and I wouldn't make anything. And the problem there, and what Lynn's pointing out, and it is a problem, is that in the end, the store is getting reimbursed the full $2. They're not giving you the $2 off, but they're getting $2 back. It is coupon fraud, Lynn, and Walmart actually got litigated for that a few years back. So Walmart used to do that, and they do not do that anymore. They will put it in a gift card or put it in cash and put it in your hand after that litigation. So they completely changed their coupon policy. I'm not saying I want to see Target be litigated, but I do love to see them actually make a change, to realize like, oh, we get it that we can't, only give you $1.74 off and you and then us get back $2. So hopefully that answers your question, Lynn. It is wrong. There's not a way to solve it though, because it is specifically their coupon policy. Okay. Let's see. Lots of folks jumping in on Aldi. A good website for digital coupons. I don't have time to cut and hunt for coupons. So Kelly, in terms of wanting to move entirely digital, most of them that you're going to use are really going to be from your store specifically. I don't know if you've used the matchups on Southern Savers, but that's my goal, Kelly, is to take away a lot of that time that's required by just telling you here's what's on sale and here are all the coupons for it. Some of that may depend on how you choose to organize your coupons. So for me, I don't cut anything until it shows up on my shopping list, and my shopping list tells me to cut it. Then I sit down and cut it. But if you don't want to deal with any of them, then your best bet really is to deal with store specific and their e-coupons. So going to Kroger's website and loading them. Kroger's got a ton. Target, everybody has them these days for the store that I'm in. And then you can go mobile apps if you want on top of that, Kelly, but the store digital coupons are probably your best bet. Let's see. To jump to other questions, and I know YouTube is in and out, not quite sure what's up on the YouTube side. Patricia says, I was told at Kroger that I could use 3 internet printables. Is this new? So Patricia, that's not the rule, but sadly, Kroger has a really hard time with their store policy and getting folks to kind of be all on the same page. So the Kroger official coupon policy is that you are allowed to use 2 identical internet printables per transaction. That doesn't mean 2 total. It means 2 for this and 2 for this. You get the idea. But so many stores just make up whatever they want in the middle, make up something completely different. But that's the actual corporate policy, Patricia. And I would love for them to all get on the same page, but you're just not going to find it. They're probably one of the worst at interpreting corporate policy just across the board. Okay, I used to shop exclusively at Aldi, but since couponing, I've cut my grocery budget by 40%, and I only buy items that are cheaper than the Aldi price. I love it, Rachel. That's actually what I say in a lot of workshops when I teach them is if you love Aldi, then make Aldi your price book. Make Aldi your goal. So, for example, Aldi sells canned beans, all vegetables, are around the 55 to 60 cent mark. So if I can get them for free, we're good. No, but even then, like this week at Publix, canned vegetables are 51 cents a can. So we can usually still beat it, even with not an amazing sale, but that's our price book. So if I've beat that 55 or that 60 cent mark, even with a 51 cent sale, we're great at Publix. So, whatever we're looking for, I love it, Rachel. Just make that your goal. You're probably going to do pretty well. Let's see. So to jump back on, Shanna asked, what lit up my email, Shanna? It was the day that I made an Aldi and Publix comparison and just came out saying that you would save $35 at Publix. People just lost their minds. They couldn't handle. All the Aldi lovers went a little on the crazy side. Lynn says, how long does your Sam's membership have to be expired before you can get another membership through Groupon or another promo? So a lot of times, Lynn, it is at least 3 months, and sometimes they'll put the wording on there that it needs to be 6. But there is a solution. If you're married and the membership was completely in your name last time, all you need to do is just put it in your husband's name and you're good to go. So I don't know if that's an option for you, but that one will kind of solve the having to wait completely game. You'll be good without a problem. Let's see. What's a good alternative to cable from the YouTube side? So Joanne, there's a number of alternatives. We use Sling as our primary if we want cable channels. We did play the game for the Olympics, guys, because we have turned off Sling. We usually only use Sling during football season so that we can get ESPN and all the football channels for college football. But we'd already turned it off, so we actually did a week of you get a week preview on Sling and a week preview on Hulu and a week preview on the PlayStation View, which you don't have to have a PlayStation 4 because we don't have one. And that got us the Olympics for free. So you can play the game any way you want. But all 3 of them are great. Really, they're all about the same price, Joanne. So you kind of want to look at the individual programs and what channels it is that you want from those programs. But Sling for us, with a $5 add-in package, gets us every single college football station there is. It feels like we don't usually end up missing any of our games because both my husband and I are ACC schools, so gotta work hard sometimes when you live in SEC country to find your games, but Sling does it for us. Okay. So Lakia says, how does that $10 gas card coupon work? So Lakia, if I go in and I buy $50 worth of groceries, I hand this to them first. I'm really going to get $10 off my purchase. I've got that $50 gas card on there too. So I'm really at $100 when you look at it that way. $50 worth of groceries, $50 for the gift card. I'm gonna get $10 off the total purchase. And then I can start to hand them any coupons I want on the rest of the groceries. So all that is required here is $50 before coupons in groceries and a $50 gas station gift card. And they sell pretty much every gas station gift card that you can imagine in your area. So get your favorite one. For us, we tend to always use Shell as our major gas station because of the Shell fuel rewards and because the only gas stations we pass to and from town are Shell gas stations. But the Shell fuel rewards gets you an extra 5 cents off of every gallon. Plus pairing in those Publix gift cards makes for a pretty sweet savings. Let's see. Target's printed coupon policy. Chris, they don't technically have anything that limits you Target-wise. Their only policy is that it must scan. So if I use a printable coupon and it does not scan at the register, Target will not key it in. It's the same policy for Walmart as well, but that's really it in their boat. So it's just got to match the item. It can't be expired and it needs to scan. Yeah, so Melissa says, Walmart Savings Catcher never seems to find any savings for me. Do others find this to be true? Yes, Melissa. I try to kind of warn folks on that. So Savings Catcher usually will catch about 40% of the sales and miss about 60% of the sales that are around town. It does not compare produce, meat, or dairy at all. So you've got to be okay with those 3 categories just not even being compared. So Aldi may have a great price on something, but you're not going to ever be able to get that price in Walmart with the Savings Catcher. Let's see. So off topic, Jenny says, but I saw the Walmart patio set on sale and was wondering if this is the time of the year to buy patio sets. Are other stores starting to put sets on sale? So kind of, but not really. The best time to buy patio furniture really is in September, right at the end of the season. You're kind of getting pre-season sales, which is probably the second best time. So if you'd like to use it this year, this is your moment. If you're cool with having nothing to sit on all summer, then let's wait and hold out for September. I don't know if that helps answer, but it is the second best time to grab it. And yes, you will see some other sales at other places as well. Walmart just kind of is leading the pack on that one. Let's see. Oh, which coffee does my husband drink? So sometimes it's whatever I bring home and he's okay with it. But he actually loves, Gail, to roast his own beans. So we grab green coffee beans from various places online. You can do this in a popcorn popper, like the Air popcorn popper. That could be a whole nother Facebook Live, how you pop your popcorn, but that is his thing. To kind of move on, how do you do a price book? Deborah, you could do 2 different things. We have a downloadable by price list, and we can put that in the comments. So we actually shared it last week too. But we'll go back and find it again and stick it in the comments this week. I would use that, or I would use the item search on Southern Savers, Deborah, and you can make your own. So the item search on Southern Savers, you can put in a date from the past, and it's going to show you every sale on Tide or whatever it is that you're wanting that we've seen for the last 3 months. Now, guys, you can put in a date from 6 months ago, but just a little inside tip. That kills our servers, so we don't let you anymore. So you can put in any date you want, but it is going to give you 3 months worth of data, because when we went for 6 months worth of data, yeah, it was just like shut us down. So you will get all the Tide deals for the last 3 months, and that's going to give you a good idea when you put in that item search and a back date to make your own price book if you wanted to do that, Deborah. I don't know that you have to, but it is an option if you wanted to go that route. Do I know if there's a grocery co-op in the middle of South Carolina? I don't know what you mean by middle, Dolly. We are part of a grocery co-op here, or I guess a produce co-op here in Columbia, if that's what you mean in terms of grocery co-op and produce co-op. And I can gladly share the link to our co-op for anybody that's in the Columbia area. Other areas, the best thing to do is honestly just to Google the name of your city and produce co-op, or the name of your city, and CSA Farm. That is Community Supported Agriculture. And it's where you can buy a share in a farm and you get a basket every week of what's fresh at the farm. So those would be the two big things to grab if you could. Shanna says, if a cashier writes the price on the coupon, can the store turn around and get the higher value? Yes and no, Shanna. So for example, just to kind of explain to everyone, let's say, this does not exist, but let's say you had a magical coupon for a free bottle of all. You called them, you told them it was the worst bottle of all ever, and they sent you one in the mail for another free bottle of all. It's going to have a box on the bottom of it, and they're going to write the amount due for that bottle in the box. And some cashiers will write the full value versus the sale price. What's going to happen when it goes to the clearinghouse is that they have to actually submit a report of all the bottles sold. And in this situation, they probably would get reimbursed for the full value, Shanna, because one person used one coupon. In the Chobani example, though, we've got Chobani yogurt that's completely free with tons of coupons right now. And if you walked in with the printable or with the one from the Sunday paper, and they wrote $1.39 in that box, but then they go and they turn their report in with all the coupons to the clearinghouse, and the report clearly shows that Chobani was on sale for $1, and that is all they sold was 4,000 units at $1 a piece. They're only going to get reimbursed for the value sold in that situation because they can't prove that they sold 4,000 units for $1.39, if that makes sense, Shanna. So it's really a back-end way that grocery coupon redemption works, but maybe you learned a little something new. Oh, Lisa's saying, where do I find the Sam's discount code? So there's not a code per se, Lisa, but Sam's does routinely run a discount on Groupon. I don't know if they have one right now, actually. I haven't gone hunting for one. Or they routinely run a gift card or freebies when you sign up. The gift card and freebies is what I've seen more frequently than the Groupon Sam's offer. Honestly, if you just Google Groupon and Sam's, it's the first thing that comes up from Google. And it does say, oh, here we go. There is one available right now. So I will stick this in the comments, and you can go to it if you want with the Groupon deal and Sam's. So it was the second thing that popped up. Okay, so to jump back, I think I'm slowly catching up with everybody. Lots of questions tonight, and a lot of you talking about coffee. Oh, yes, Jessica, so this ad is the Wednesday ad. I'm hoping. I grabbed it off my desk before we got started. Now you're making me guess. Yes. So it is, you can see the dates at the bottom, whoop, right here. So it's the one that starts in just a couple days, and it is the current coupon. It'll be good starting Wednesday and ending Sunday, or starting Thursday and ending Sunday if you live in Florida. Oh, I'm always glad to share, guys. I got a letter from Rite Aid today telling me that they would be Walgreens. Yes, Shanna, I think a lot of us are going to get that letter. So remember that you probably have until April to use Walgreens or use Rite Aid in general in the Southeast. So they said they wanted to try to convert all Rite Aids to Walgreens by the end of April, or to close them down completely. So you don't have a ton of time left to be able to use your bonus cash. Some of us will want to probably pause in general from getting Rite Aid deals so that you're not in that last minute missing things and really missing out on getting to use them. Which store has the best coupon, or best coupons in general, is Jeannie's question. I would say if I'm going to go just on digital, which was someone's question earlier, it's probably a toss-up between Kroger and Target right now, between Target Cartwheels and Kroger. Kroger's got a massive amount of Kroger digital coupons. We actually just put up a list tonight of just the ones that are good for folks who use ClickList. So a whole bunch more just if you're a Kroger ClickList user on top of all the others that are good no matter where you are. So tons of just digital coupons for both of those stores. Sorry if my video gets shaky. My dryer just went into spin mode. I'm like holding down the computer, guys. You don't realize how much that can impact your life. Oh goodness, lots of folks on the coffee. Publix and Green Flyers are not making most of their coupons limit 1 coupon per person per household. Let's see. Oh, I guess you're saying that they are now. So Marnie's saying Publix has changed most of their flyer coupons to be a limit of 1 per person per household for the Publix flyer coupons. And these are the ones that you can print from Publix's website and take into the store, and a limit of 1. I will say, Marnie, you're right in that some people have definitely ruined it. So some folks have kind of gone to town and pulling up the latest flyer to just see what the wording is on a lot of them. So the current green flyer, Marnie, is, oh, I do see on a few of them. So it's not on every single one, but some of them will say limit 1 coupon per household per day, and some of them do not. So you just have to kind of do your reading. A lot just say a limit of 1 deal per coupon. But so my regular Publix folks, just make sure you're reading the bottoms of those coupons so that you can catch everything. Oh, okay. So Wendy says, can I expand on what I mean by clipped? That I say that I've clipped coupons on coupons.com. Can I clip and save the coupons to print later? I know if you don't get the coupons early, they're not available. So Wendy, when I say that, like I put the link in on the top of the videos sometimes to all of the available printables, and I actually have a link for you guys today because we got a whole bunch more today on top of all the Avenos yesterday. So when I say that I've pre-clipped them, all that really means is that they're already highlighted and kind of saved in your print queue, but you do need to hit the print button to actually print them. So putting them in your print queue and clipping them or having them highlighted blue as clipped is not enough to actually keep them saved for you. Now, depending on the browser that you use, Wendy, if you use Chrome, for example, I can actually clip coupons on Chrome and tell it to print them and save them as a PDF. So I do not have to print them right now. I can have them saved as a PDF and print them whenever I get back to my printer. Just only print 1 copy of those if you do, because they're going to be copies if you print more. So we don't want to break the rules, but that is an easy way to just use Chrome and make sure that you go ahead and have some saved for you on your computer without any problems. Now, if you're on your phone, you will not have that ability. That is just going to work if you're on your desktop. And I'm pulling a pre-clipped link right now for you guys of all the new ones. So we got a lot of dog food, buy one, get one dog food, $3 off dog food today, on top of all the scrubbing bubbles and pledge and everything else coupons that we got. I don't know if you guys saw the deal that we just put up tonight as well, but I always bash on Walmart a little hard, but Ibotta gave us Walmart only Aveeno Ibotta offers today because we didn't have enough savings for Aveeno. So I would use some of your Aveeno coupons in Walmart and take full advantage of that double dip on the Walmart Aveeno Ibotta coupons and the coupons for Aveeno that you can print. And I'll have my husband stick that in the comments right now. So you can grab those, that link. They are pre-clipped, which is what we were just talking about, Wendy, but you still have to hit print to have them. And when they're pre-clipped, what I'm talking about in those videos, you can always unclip them and get them to work. So let's see. On the YouTube side, for some reason, YouTube does not want me to share that link with you guys. So I'll try to share it and I'll just put it below the video when we're done. I have no clue why you guys can't print coupons. I do not, Jay, do a breakdown on Stop and Shop. I kind of mostly just cover the ones that are in the Southeast, But if you are wanting a breakdown for them, the best thing to do is to Google the name of your store and coupon matchups, and you'll probably find someone who does. All my ACC fans. So Bev's got a great question on the Publix list. When you're looking at the list on Southern Savers and you have that pulled up, do you have to get all the coupons listed underneath one item or just pick one? So my goal when we do the Publix list is to tell you every coupon that is available in case you just want to go crazy and you want to stock up on all laundry detergent. Then here are all of the coupons to be able to do that. And remember, if you're looking at the Publix list, for example, that the new ad that I was just holding up is one tab over, so it's not going to come up automatically. I'm trying to look for a good example. Yeah, so here we go. So Stonyfield next week at Publix is buy one, get one for Stonyfield children's yogurt. And I could turn to it, but it'd probably take me longer to find it in the ad. So Stonyfield's BOGO, and we've got a ton of coupons on the Publix ad on Southern Savers. My goal is to tell you all of the coupons that are available for that item, and then for you to kind of go to town and piecing that together to decide how many you want to buy and which one's the best option for you. So we've got a lot of 50-cent coupons. We have a $1 off coupon from Ibotta. I can use, and I actually just noticed that the math is wrong on this one, so I'll have to fix it. But I can use the $2 off 3 printable coupon and that Ibotta is good up to 3 times. So I can put those guys together to save money, but most of the time I can only use one. So one printable per item that I purchase, one manufacturer's per item that I purchase, one store coupon per item that I purchase. So if you've got a whole bunch that are there, you want to either think of it as, okay, now I can buy 3 because I have 3 coupons, or which ones can I find? That's really what part of it may be too, because some of us may have long printed some of those Stonyfield coupons. Then here are some others that you can grab. Walgreens in Texas quit putting their ad for the week in the newspaper. Do you know anything about this? Is this something happening just in our area? So Annie, I don't specifically know about the Texas one, but I know that there are a lot of stores that have tested this, and it may be just a test for Walgreens. CVS tested this for a couple years back. And part of this, Maria is saying Walgreens stopped inserting their flyer in the Sunday paper as well. So generally, it costs the stores money to put them in the Sunday ads, and that's the first reason that it goes. You don't really have to have it. Actually, Walgreens releases their Sunday flyer on Friday online. So if you're a really big ad person, you can just pull that up and look at it online 2 days before it would even be in the paper. We put up the list on Southern Savers on Thursday. But just to kind of say, I'm not surprised to see that based on the cost to get it in the Sunday paper and the fact that most Sunday papers, the numbers of subscribers just continue to drop, but the cost keeps going up. So it's not helping them any to put their flyers in if less people are getting it, but it costs them more money. When do we get frozen rewards? That was a Publix deal. So Chris, the frozen rewards, you need to submit them to get the rebate back, and then it usually takes them about 6 weeks to mail you that gift card. So once you've submitted the frozen rewards program rebate, give it about 6 weeks until you get them back. And that's still running. So you could actually still be purchasing them. There are a lot of matchups in that Publix grocery flyer right now. Not the weekly ad, but the green grocery flyer, because we got a lot of coupons for all of those Bertolli and P.F. Chang's. We found a ton of printables at the end of last week that pair in perfectly with all of those Publix store coupons. Okay, I have some other things I wanted us to get to, so trying to catch up on comments. I don't know that I really will before I can get back. And I will put the co-op website up as well. My husband was going to stick it in the comments too, but localharvest.org is really one of the best places to go to in terms of finding a co-op in your area. There we go. He did stick it in the comments. So folks asking about Winn-Dixie, Marnie's asking about Winn-Dixie and Bilo. Yes, Winn-Dixie and Bilo did announce last week that they're going to close 200 stores before they file their next monetary report, which kind of makes it sound like it's going to be in the next couple of months. They did not say that they were what those stores were going to be. I saw one report that said it was going to be 200 Winn-Dixies. I saw another that it was going to be 200 across Winn-Dixie and Bilo. That's really what I expect. 200 Winn-Dixies would be pretty much all of Florida. And I don't see them doing that because there's a lot of tiny towns where Winn-Dixie is the winner in those tiny little towns. And there aren't a lot of competitors, so I don't see them shutting that one down. Like sweet little Marianna, Florida, that's all they got is the Winn-Dixie and one other grocery store. It's not going anywhere. I don't see that happening. I see it being 200 between both of those brands, but we're going to have to wait a couple more weeks until they really give us some more details on that. So that was one press release, and the whole world went guessing on what that meant, but we're going to know a little bit more in just a couple more weeks. Okay, so Shanna says, when I'm in the store and I want to compare a price on the Southern Savers app, I put it in the item search. Okay, so Shanna, what you're doing with the Southern Savers app is using the barcode scanner, I'm guessing. And the barcode scanner in the Southern Savers app is not meant to help you with groceries. It's meant to help you price match. So it is. The barcode scanner is only going to return online deals. What you want to do in the item search in the app, you're going to have to actually hand type it in. We don't have that linked to a barcode scanner. So you click on the item search, which is the magnifying glass on the iOS app, and on the Android app, it's just in the drop down from the top corner, and click on item search and just type in, canned beans and see what the item search returns, but not the barcode scanner. That's going to help you if you want to see if a DVD in Target is cheaper online in Amazon so that I can price match it right there in Target. Because remember, Target, Best Buy, Staples, Toys R Us, Babies R Us, there's a lot of places that price match online deals. And you may even be surprised to learn other ones. So, little story for my husband. I'm very proud of him, but he had a gift card to Bass Pro, and he's in there trying on shoes, and I'm in there scanning barcodes in Bass Pro while he's trying on shoes, only for us to figure out that the pair that he likes is $10 cheaper on Amazon and on Bass Pro's website than it is in the store. All you need to do is walk up to the register and tell them that, and they price match it. So never hurts to ask any store that you're in if you find a better price online what they will do about it. He was quite proud of himself for not only using a gift card, but for price matching too. So we can all, come back and save, be excited about our little deals. I think, did I miss? Oh, so the answer, Laura, on the CVS percent offs, a lot of folks are saying those percent offs, yes, they have completely changed the way that they're ringing them up. In general, with the percent off, it's going to be after store coupons, and some folks are saying even after extra care bucks. What I think we're finding is that it's almost different every single time that you use them. So I would aim to do a couple of things with that percent off coupon. I actually have one as we talk about this. So this one came in my mail recently. So if CVS is going to send these to you, what I would recommend in checking out, and it doesn't really even say where it's going to come down to in the end. It just says that it applies to your total purchase, where applicable by law, cannot be combined with any other coupons, limit one, that's it. But when you head in, what I would recommend with this guy is that we possibly break our transactions into one that is going to just be that percent off transaction. And maybe not even pay with extra care bucks on it if that's where you want to go. It is not factoring in manufacturers. It should definitely not do that. If you're having it reduce the value and then take off the 30%, then that is coupon fraud on their side, because in the end, they're still getting back the full value on that manufacturer's coupon. So hopefully, what you can do is kind of figure out a system that you want to go to with this guy I'm trying to hold it where it's just that, but that's just not working. So for example, let's say you're walking in and Conair hair dryers are giving a $10 extra care buck, but they're full price. Let's grab that. Let's use this. Let's get the 30% off of just the things that are full price. Let's earn some extra care bucks, and then let's turn around and use those to buy things that we aren't using this coupon on. Does that make sense? So if you're seeing those other store coupons drastically affected, even your extra care bucks, then let's use them separately so that you can get the best bang for your buck on that 30% off. How long do I get receipts? Oh, in case I need them later for a rebate. So Tawana, I honestly do not tend to do a ton of mail-in rebates. And you can, there are some that are out there. More often than not, so many of our rebates are now take a picture of your receipt and upload it to some website. So once I take that picture, it's saved in my phone. I don't need the paper copy anymore. I can't really tell you the last time I did a paper mail-in rebate. The Bic one is tempting to me, but for 99 cents, it isn't so tempting anymore when they're only going to reimburse the after coupon price. Or you could head to Walgreens and just have a moneymaker on them. So that's my problem with mail-in rebates is once I put the 50-cent stamp on the front of it, it just doesn't feel like such a good deal anymore. But I do have pictures of them on my phone, which seems crazy, but if you looked at my phone, I have more pictures of groceries and receipts than I do of my children. And then I don't need to hold on to the actual paper copy anymore. So that might be the route that you want to go, if possible, to kind of get rid of some. If you want to still hold on to paper ones, I would probably say no more than a month back, because most of the rebates that you grab are only going to be good for about a 6-week window. So the odds of you having a purchase that's, you know, months and months and months ago that's going to line up is pretty slim. Are there lots of questions on Walgreens tonight? The razor rebate, yes, is another 6 weeks. So all of those mail-in rebates, you should always give them at least 6 weeks in general before you start to wonder whether or not it came. If you ever do P&G rebates, they even have a way that you can look it up from their website. So if you go to brandsaver.com, that's Procter & Gamble's website, they have a way that you can track your rebate and see where they are. And those are the only ones that I ever tend to do. They're the get a $10 gift card when you buy $50 worth, or a $10 gift card with a $30 purchase. I'm liking that. That is worth the 50-cent stamp on the front, but the other little ones don't tend to do it for me in the end. Off topic, we've been having super big problems getting a receipt to be approved by Kellogg's Family Rewards. Everything is legible, well lit, no icky stuff on the thing, suggestions. So Erin, I would recommend contacting them in their support, sending them an email directly. I have never had a problem uploading pictures to Kellogg's Family Rewards, and it's interesting that you are. With mine, I tend to go even far out because they limit you to 5 pictures, and most of my receipts are way longer than 5. But that's what I would do, is just kind of give up and go straight through to the contact us that's in the top right-hand corner of their site and just email them all of the pictures if that's where you want to go, and then hopefully see if that will do it for you. And I apologize on the YouTube side, guys. I have no clue why YouTube is cutting in and cutting out. And we try to run it through phones and get everything to be set, and it's just not happy tonight. There's an email coupon, Kathleen says, for PetSmart for $10 off any purchase that expires on Wednesday. Oh, I gotcha. And she's telling folks where to go to get it. So the one thing on those PetSmart coupons for anyone that does have it, sorry guys, is that they usually need to be emailed specifically to you, and PetSmart cashiers get really upset when the rest of us come in with them. Okay, lots of questions. Anna says, I shop at CVS as one of my main stores. Why do I no longer receive a % off coupon mailer? Anna, I'm not sure on that one. I have been getting mailers from CVS lately almost twice a month. So what I would recommend is checking and making sure that CVS has your correct home address. So going online, going to your My CVS account, making sure it's correct, making sure they also have your email, Anna, because that's where I get most of mine from. So I get that twice a month in the mail, but lately I get probably 1% off coupon a week from CVS that is just sent to my email. So if you're not getting CVS emails, that's a whole nother question, but we want to go in, you want to change your email, and then you can come back and change it later. But those are the two best things that you could do. And Shanna's got a good advice for you too to make the boundary wider. You can always text them the receipt as well. So yes, for me, in other words, like I'm way up here to try to get as much of that receipt in as I can, and they tend to go through fine. But I would just email them, and I think you're gonna find that in the end they can solve it straight through email. Okay, I want to get to a few other things as well. I actually had a list, guys, and we haven't really touched much of it at all. One of those being brand loyalties. So as we talk about ways to save in the store, and we're talking about stocking up when it's on sale, if you live in this mode, which so many people in the South do, you're really kind of missing out. So if I'm sitting here waiting for BOGO Tide, you will be waiting until the day you die. It's not gonna happen. So if you're willing to switch, you will get a much better deal. This is not just, this is one example of many, but you will always find that there is a cheaper item. Now, is it the same? I know my Tide folks will go crazy at the idea of comparing Tide and all, but price-wise, yeah, and don't eat them. Jamie's right. These are not edible. Price-wise, this guy is probably a third of the price of Tide. So the best price that you're going to get here is in the $3 range for one little bag. Best price here could even be in the $3 range, but we got to look at loads. That's 42 loads, and this guy's 15. So when we start to pair these two together, even if they're the same price, cash-wise, they aren't really the same price. So please consider other brands. All is a great example. We've got huge deals lately on Purex. The Purex this week is 99 cents in CVS. Arm & Hammer, we've seen a lot of coupons for that too. Just anything. So that's one example though. Anytime you have a brand loyalty, you're basically just putting on blinders and you're not willing to look at any deal on any other item. You're just looking for your sale, but you're missing out on all sorts of deals on other items. So that's where I encourage you, let's not have those brand loyalties, because when you are missing out, you're really paying more. So when people email me and they say, you know what, Jenny, you say that we should be saving about 50%, and I'm really not hitting the 50% mark, that's the first thing I'm going to ask you is how many brand loyalties do you have? Because in the end, you're going to have a better deal if we're willing to switch up brands. So if you went and you looked at the top of my washing machine right now, which is filled with laundry detergent, I've told you guys I have a hard time staying no to a laundry deal. I've got little bits of everything. I don't know why a lot of them are open, because people in my house like to just open a new bottle for every load, it feels like. But that's, you know, a whole nother soapbox. We still are not going to be brand loyal. So there is some Tide. If there's a crazy good deal, I will grab it. But there's a lot of there's a lot of Arm & Hammer. It's whatever the deal is. And yes, someone just chimed in and said Extra is 99 cents at Walgreens. Purex is 99 cents at CVS this week. So we've always got some really good deals. I think on the YouTube side, we're still trying to switch back and forth, but it's giving me a big old red light. So I don't know that it's going to come back. We're just in general having issues tonight on there. Yeah, I don't quite know what's up with the Tide and people eating it. Please don't eat your Tide. There's just weird people in this world. Yes, I will say there are moments that Tide is needed. One of those moments is probably today. My 2-year-old, we've decided it's summer, and she just came inside and she looks like she was one with the dirt. There are definitely moments that Tide is a good thing. So in that sense, go there. Let's have some Tide for some rough loads, but then let's wash everything else in All or Arm & Hammer. We don't have to have Tide for every single load, but we can probably try something else. The same, you know, in our house, we do have a brand loyalty when it comes to toilet paper. Some of us really like Charmin and Cottonelle, but we can stick Quilted Northern and Angel Soft up in the kids' bathrooms, and they don't care. They could care less what their toilet paper is. So you can always move things around to other folks if you want to go that route too, versus having, you know, that being stuck where everybody's going to use this one product because it's the only product that we use. you're definitely going to get some better options by just getting them all if you can. So let's avoid brand loyalties. We talked policies. One other thing, because we kind of got interrupted in the middle with questions, but as you're pondering what store to shop in, so I mentioned a while ago, shopping in a store that doubles, shopping in a store that takes competitors. But the third thing to compare your grocery store with is their promotional model. So if I'm going to compare, for example, Publix versus Food Lion, it's almost uncomparable. Publix is going to have 40 plus BOGOs. Food Lion is going to have 6. Publix is going to run a few instant savings promotions. Food Lion's going to run a lot more instant savings, but they're usually not on items that we have coupons on. So we need to compare what their promotional model is to kind of figure out which store is the best option for us. For example, Publix versus Kroger. Kroger doesn't run very many BOGOs at all. You're going to have to hunt for them. They're almost never going to be in the weekly ad, and they're going to run for a while. It's like vitamins. Vitamins are always BOGO. That's just the only way you buy them. But their promotional model is mega events, which is an instant savings on a bunch of items. Sometimes that can be good, and sometimes that can just be absolutely random. It's 200 completely random, like someone threw a dice and picked items that have nothing to do with each other. That can be frustrating too, because I'm stuck in a mode where it's not items that I want to eat. It's not things that are going to make us a meal. It's just hit and miss personal care, hit and miss household items. You might be stuck and really not happy in the end when it comes back to savings. So we got to look at the promotional model and how it lines up for the things that we're grabbing. So BOGOs, that in the South means Publix, Bi-Lo, and Winn-Dixie. Those three are going to tend to win. Bi-Lo and Winn-Dixie have identical ads. So if I'm shopping the Bi-Lo ad, I am really shopping the Winn-Dixie ad at the same time, same stores. But those guys with their ads are going to take the cake. Harris Teeter has a ton of BOGOs. Lowe's Foods has fewer. But just so you're kind of figuring out promotional model along with the doubling of your coupon and the taking of a competitor coupon as you decide which store is the best store to be in. Other things that we can tack on are also Catalina offers. So these are the coupons that are printing next to your receipt, and they're not in all stores. So no Catalinas in Publix, but we do have them in Kroger. We do have them in Bi-Lo, Lowe's Foods, Harris Teeter. So we've got that, that is something to take into account. If Kroger is going to run a Catalina on the baby aisle, that means I buy $40 worth of baby goods before coupons, and I get $10 off my next purchase in a coupon that just prints. These Catalinas are just blank coupons most of the time that I can use on anything that I want the next time I come in. Those are sweet. So having a store that's running those as well. Kroger and Harris Teeter probably run the most in the Southeast. So if that's part of it too, kind of pairing that in as you're pondering your stores and your savings, those Catalinas can really make for some extra savings too. So someone had a question on Rite Aid. Can someone please tell me if Rite Aid rewards are now back to the old system similar to CVS? So Deanne, no, Rite Aid is bonus cash and not Plenty points. So Rite Aid has done away with Plenty. You can still use Plenty points in Rite Aid, but you can't earn Plenty points in Rite Aid. So just using them, we're going to earn bonus cash from now on because Rite Aid really likes to change up their program like every year and a half. That's just the way that they run. So just so you kind of get a gist that you got to be used to making changes in the Rite Aid land. Before we end tonight, I wanted to tell you guys, since y'all are the ones that are always on with me on Mondays, you may not have done it if you have not made a shopping list on Southern Savers this week. We activated a new feature with our shopping lists last Friday, and you now have the ability to, you've always had the ability to add whatever you needed to at the bottom of your shopping list, but you now have the ability to coupon whatever you add. So if you, for instance, you're going through your coupon folder and you find that you still have those free Chobani coupons, you can add Chobani to your shopping list and actually coupon Chobani right there on the shopping list. So you can kind of go to town. All it's doing is the same thing that I do on the back end. You're searching the Southern Savers coupon database, and you can just click and add those coupons straight to your shopping list. if you refresh the screen, it'll refresh your quick cutting guide as well before you print. So as you coupon those items, your quick cutting guide, refresh your screen and then print, your quick cutting guide will get bigger and bigger to add those to what you need to get ready for as well. I had one person email me incredibly upset because she thought that I was going to just stop doing the matchups and make you guys do them on the shopping list. That is not the case. So all of your coupons should still be as you're used to them on the shopping list. I just wanted to tie the database into the shopping list to give you a lot more flexibility on being able to add coupons straight to your shopping list for anything that you wanted. Or if you feel like I missed a coupon, you can actually add coupons directly underneath the other items that are already there, because there are moments that I miss them too, and they're in the database. You're there. So it's completely, the database is now completely linked in with your shopping list. We just rolled that one out this Friday. So if you haven't played with it, it's a fun thing to play with. And we have another part of that that we're rolling out hopefully soon too. Off topic, do I ever order clothes or shoes from Wish? I never have, Christy, but Deanne just chimed in and said that she's ordered a lot of stuff from Wish and loved it, but you've got to you've got to be willing to wait for it to arrive. So I'm glad someone else could chime in immediately because there's not one that I've tried, but I've seen a ton of ads for them. For some reason, that is probably the ad that I see the most whenever I'm online. Maria says, do I have any insight on Albertsons? So Albertsons is buying the rest of Rite Aid. I'm guessing that's your question, Maria. We don't know what's going to happen there on Rite Aid, and I emailed you back on this one too, but we're going to have to wait and see what Albertsons decides to do with the rest of those Rite Aids. So in the Southeast, Rite Aid has been purchased by Walgreens, 1,000-ish stores purchased by Walgreens. The rest of the country, 4,000-ish Rite Aid stores being purchased by Albertsons/Safeway. So we're going to have to see whether or not they keep any of the rewards. It does appear that they're going to keep them as being Rite Aids, but whether or not they keep the same promotional models and incentives, I don't know yet. And this is really just in the beginning stages. So we've got a little while until things are very ironed out and actually going to happen there. The Walgreens one is done, money signed and sealed, but the Albertsons one, you still got at least a month to a month and a half before things are much more official. I think that's everything I had for you guys. We did stick a link to all of the printable coupons, so if you missed all the Avenos yesterday, you should get them. That $3 off Almay that I mentioned that makes for crazy good deals at Target's already gone, and there are going to be others that just keep following suit, especially now that we have Ibotta coupons to pair in with the Aveno printables that just make things free at Walmart. That is pretty sweet. And thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan's also mentioning another one for folks to not miss. I stuck a reminder up that's going to go up first thing in the morning too. But tomorrow is free pancake day at IHOP. So everyone gets a free short stack of pancakes from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Just go in and be ready to be patient because it's usually a little on the packed side. But you can all go in and every single person in the family can have free pancakes if you want to. So that's IHOP, and that is all day tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in any IHOP across the nation. So thanks for reminding me of that one as well, Jonathan. So a pretty sweet deal for eating out. You get to look like Cool Mom. Tracy, we were talking about the Publix gas card. That's this guy. It's going to start on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live. And we were just mentioning kind of how it worked in the beginning, but you want to buy $50 worth of groceries, and then you can grab your $50 gas station gift card and you're going to get $10 off. So that's the one to not miss there as well. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I will pop back in on Wednesday with our shopping. I'm planning on doing some Kroger deals this week, in case you were curious. So it'll be 2 trips to Kroger for me in 1 month, which is kind of rare. But I will pop in and share what we grabbed and then the coupons that we used for that too, and then any other deals that we spot throughout the week. So I hope you guys have a great week. Feel free to share this, share just getting started and how to get started with any friends. This isn't something we should keep to ourselves, but we should definitely be helping other people save money too. So y'all have a good time. Thanks for joining me tonight.